What if the parts of yourself you avoid are actually your greatest creative resource? Today, we're exploring the shadow, both personal and social, and how creative expression can transform it into something hidden, from something hidden into something powerful. The shadow is made up of parts of ourself that we push away. The traits, emotions, feelings, impulses, often shaped by what we were taught is unacceptable. This includes things like anger, envy, vulnerability, even creativity itself in some cases. There are two key layers to understand. The personal shadow, your individual lived experience formed through upbringing, relationships, and moments where you learned, this part of me isn't okay. And then we have the social shadow, what society collectively rejects. Traits or expressions that in a culture suppresses, ignores, or fears. These don't disappear. They go underground and influence how we think, how we feel, and how we behave. When the shadow is unconscious, it tends to leak out in indirect ways. Personally, it can show up as overreactions, self-sabotage, creative blocks, judging others for things we deny in ourselves. For example, someone who suppresses anger may feel constantly stuck, yet explode unexpectedly. Or someone who hides their creativity may feel restless, unfulfilled, or overly critical of others who express themselves freely. Socially, the shadow shows up in larger patterns: polarization, scapegoating, trends that swing between extremes. What a culture suppresses often returns in amplified or distorted ways. Think about how societies and culture that express an emotion may produce freedom. Think of cultures that suppress emotion may produce sudden waves of outrage. Or how rigid norms can give rise to rebellious countercultural movements. Shadow doesn't disappear. It finds another way to be seen. This is where creativity becomes powerful. Creative expression gives the shadow a safe, structured way to emerge. Instead of acting it out unconsciously, we bring it into awareness through things like writing, drawing, music, video, storytelling, dance. You can dialogue with what's hidden by bringing it into form. Anger may become energy in a painting. Fear becomes a story. Confusion becomes exploration. You're no longer fighting the shadow, you're collaborating with it. And this changes your relationship with yourself. The goal isn't to eliminate the shadow, it's to integrate it. Because within the shadow, there's not just pain, but potential. Your creativity, your depth, your authenticity often live in the very places you've been taught to avoid. So the next time something uncomfortable arises, instead of pushing it away, ask, how could I express this? The question alone, that question alone can turn the hidden into something meaningful. If this resonated, the next step is learning how to actively work with your shadow in real time, especially when stress shows up.